You really can't say yet another live you were not invited to, sir, if you are clearly on the phone with me while we start the live and they know that you were already aware of the live if I'm on the phone with you. Mm-hmm. Get off my phone. Goodbye. That was Ty, ladies and gentlemen. If you needed him, that was Ty. Hello, quintessential. How art thou? Hey, watermelon sugar. Hey, Nita. Mm, I just gotta get. I just had a thought for us, a live segment called "In My Head," where I get some thoughts in my head out, and let me give a disclaimer at the beginning of this live, saying people might get their toes trampled on, not stepped on, trampled on, because sometimes when the thoughts inside my head come out, they are always good. Like the thoughts in my head are horrible sometimes, just horrible. Hey, Dark Chocolate. Hey, Reese's Pieces. Hey, Shakira, girl. Good, Shakira. I feel like I ain't seen you in a whole good minute, girl. How you been, girl? Girl, how you been, girl? Girl. We're gonna cover a multiplicity of topics. If you notice, I'm by myself today. And if I'm by myself, that frees me up to say and talk candidly and talk about anybody I want to. And nobody has to be held responsible for what happens on this platform except for me. I see Reese's Species. Hey, Lady Libra. I was getting my hair done today. Okay. Hey, so Jeff, what's good, boo? So Jeff, when I come up there, we're gonna have some fun frolicking, right? Hello to you too, Ty. I was just on the phone with you. Child, we all been working, lady. Shakira, I know, child. We all have to be, child. Some of us are gainfully employed, and we got to keep a job, honey. I just happen to be off today. Anyway, child, come on, second time today. Are you on the train? All right. I hope to give you all some amusement today. Let me start with the heavy stuff first, and then we'll get a little more lighthearted, and then we'll get into the mess. So these telemarketers are relentless. Let me put my phone on vibrate. Anyway, so did y'all see that story about the New York Supreme Court justice? Technically, I think he's an interim justice for the New York Supreme Court, or he's acting, excuse me. He's the New York. He's one of the New York State. He's an acting Supreme Court justice for the state of New York. Have y'all heard that case? If you haven't, let me quickly read this quick article from the Washington Post. I mean, it's all over the internet, but I'll quickly read the details that you need to hear. All right, the who, what, where, when, and how part, and we can break this down, get out and get these thoughts out of my head. So, it says the evening began with a physical dispute with neighbors over a parking spot. It ended with a shirtless New York State acting Supreme Court justice shoving a Buffalo police officer. quote, "Get the fuck off my wife," end quote. Um, Judge Mark Grisanti yelled as an officer handcuffed his wife. Body cam footage dated June 23rd, which was obtained and published by the news station on Wednesday, showed him touting his friendship with the mayor and threatening that if police arrested her, they would, quote, "be sorry." A second officer grabbed Grisanti and pulled him away. Quote, "My daughter and my son-in-law are both Buffalo police officers," end quote, the man said, berating the second officer. And there's a whole video of it. More than 2 weeks after the incident, Erie County District Attorney John F. Flynn said he was not pressing charges. But since legal news, the legal news website Law 360 published the body cam footage on Tuesday, prosecutors have faced new scrutiny as to why Grisanti faced no legal repercussions. Oh, we know why, because he's descended from the Caucasus Mountains. As mass protests have erupted this year over deadly and violent confrontations between officers and black men and women, critics noted that Grisanti, a former state senator, and his wife, who are both white, descended from the Caucasus Mountains, faced a different outcome when they physically challenged officers. Physically. Quote, "Now do this scenario and the judge and his wife are black," end quote, one person tweeted. Oh, we know what would happen. Let me see if there's anything else I need to read to y'all. But Grisanti's attorney argued that his client did not get special treatment from police. Quote, "The only two people that got handcuffed and got taken down to the police station was Judge Grisanti and his wife. Leonard Zaccagnino told the Washington Post in an interview, quote, "I don't consider that to be favorable treatment," end quote. Grisanti, a Republican, was a state senator for 4 years until he lost his seat in 2014. Governor Andrew M. Cuomo appointed Grisanti to the New York State Court of Claims the following year. The incident in late June started with a dispute that turned physical between Grisanti, 55, and his wife, Maria, 60, and their neighbors. Grisanti, according to Grisanti's recounting of the fight to the police officers, which was captured on body cam footage, the judge and his wife were angry at the neighbors over a parking space. Grisanti said they have had issues with the neighbors for years. Upon arrival, police separated the two bodies. Body cam footage showed the neighbors saying that the judge and his wife were intoxicated, but the officer's questioning was cut short when Maria Grisanti continued to yell and threaten them. After multiple warnings, the officer crossed the street. Oh, there go Hot Dad. Hey, Hot Dad. Sorry, y'all. After multiple warnings, the officer crossed the street and attempted to handcuff her, at which point Mark Grisanti became enraged, stormed over to the officer, and shoved him. He repeated that his daughter and son-in-law are Buffalo police officers and said the officers would regret arresting his wife. I can go on and on and on, but y'all know how this goes. What I find funny is this happened in June. Hey, Jaded, I'm sorry for everybody that came in the chat. Hey, Lady Steph. So, all of my people up there in the greater New York area, So Jeff, Ty, all my other people up there in New York, this what y'all got going on? Y'all Supreme Court justices shoving police officers in Buffalo, and then ceremoniously, the district attorney ceremoniously says, "Oh, I'm not going to press charges against him." Conveniently, y'all see the surprised look on my face? Hey Amber, you see my surprised look on my face? And this is in New York, which is as allegedly one of the more liberal states. A mess. This is how you know, to a certain degree, all of them are in cahoots with each other. Is it Andrew Cuomo a Democrat? He is the governor. But as soon as that man got voted out of office, who was a Republican, you immediately appointed him as a circuit judge or as one of the high state level judges in the state of New York. Y'all think that ain't them working together with each other? Hey, little baby, a mess. And then he ceremoniously shoves the police officer, and like somebody said in their tweet, let that have been a black person. They can show all the restraint they want when the person is descended from the Caucasus Mountains, because magically, I am not in fear for my safety. Magically, I didn't fear death. Magically, he wasn't trying to really harm me because he's a descendant from the Caucasus Mountains. A mess. A mess. I would venture to tell you all that talking about, oh, my son, my wife, and my son-in-law is in the police force, wouldn't have mattered. Hell, that person could have said, my daddy is the police chief of Buffalo, and they still wouldn't have cared, and still blew that man off the earth if he was black. You hear me? Thoughts in my head is we would have never even heard this story had that news site not put the body cam footage out there. I wonder who these news sites are paying to just go and search, because a lot of body cam footage is available publicly. And so I wonder if you go by, I'm sure they probably get tips on, listen, you need to find the body cam footage from this day in this area with this person. But I wonder whose job it is to go and search all and go through these hours and hours and hours of body cam footage. I'm just saying. And not even then Reese's Pieces, because the poor white trash even don't get the same treatment. They at least get to go to jail. They don't get to go to the morgue. Make it make sense. I just thought it. Y'all know how I do. I introduce the story. I'll let the other people go in depth. Jaded, that's a story for you, bruh. If you're still in the bushes, Jaded, that is a story for you to break down for the people. Really, be y'all can break that down. I will introduce the story. Y'all can have it and run with it. A mess. A mess. Let me see if there's anything else serious I need to tackle. I thought I saw something earlier. Kamala is suspending travel during the for at least 2 weeks because um two members of her campaign have tested positive for COVID. I hope it's not my girl, my Haitian sensation, my little girl, her chief of staff, Corinne Jean Pierre. I love Corinne Jean Pierre. I always loved her on MSNBC. I loved her. She's a Haitian American woman, proud, and she is Kamala Harris's chief of staff. And I love her. So I hope she's not one of the ones that that got COVID. But if y'all don't know who Corinne Jean Pierre is, um yeah, she's a phenomenal black woman. She's Haitian American, and in Miami, we wouldn't call her Corinne Jean Pierre. That's the polished name. she'll be Karine Jean Pierre in Miami. That's for all my Miami people. But while she's on television, she'll be Corinne Jean Pierre. When she go to her roots and her people down in Little Haiti in Miami, she could say Corinne Jean Pierre. All right. But shouts out to Kamala for doing the right thing. Um, and at this point, I really think at this point, since early voting has already started and we're seeing massive numbers and turnouts during early voting, I really think pretty much people are cemented at this point in where they're going to vote. I think the number of undecideds are so small. I'm not going to say it's going to be insignificant, but at this point, I don't know that you're going to be able to sway the undecideds one way or another. They're going to just, if they're undecided now, they'll probably still be undecided once they get to the polls, and they're going to just, do whatever they feel is in their best interest. But yeah, the whole of the country is a whole shit show, a fucking shit show. But yes, Jaded, I gift you with that story of the Supreme Court justice in the great state of New York. Um, Trying to see if there's anything else on the serious side that I need to cover. You know what? Let's just say this. And I saw somebody, I think it was Beautiful Soul. Shouts out to Beautiful Soul. I think she mentioned this earlier today in a post. And I went and looked it up, and they did, and I did see the numbers. They aren't as bad as the numbers that Beautiful Soul posted, but they still are bad. The numbers of Black males that are supporting your president, 45, which is alarming. Like that speaks volumes to the. I would love to break down those polls and see the age and demographics of those men, because they're saying that the numbers of Black men that are supporting Donald Trump is much higher than it was in 2016. I don't know what Donald Trump has done at all to garner the support of Black men. Is it this being able to grab a woman by the cooch that excites them? I don't know. I figure being in many organizations filled with Black men, totally just filled with Black men only, I would venture to tell you Black men more than anything respect leadership, good leadership. They will follow good leadership. And being that this administration is destitute of good leadership, I don't understand it. And that's why I say I would love to see the demographics, the age range of these men that are supporting y'all president. But I don't know. I'm not gonna call them Hotep because I think it's disrespectful, and it's the bastardization of the name Hotep in that term. So I don't like to call these type of people Hotep, but maybe they're the 5%ers. Those group of people. If y'all don't know what that is, look it up. They align themselves with white. I don't know. I don't understand it. But hey, Nappy Child, y'all listen. Y'all know the head Maud had to stick in to let y'all know, play around. She's here together. Hey, Nappy Child, boo. Hey, Des. I say that because we know everything that went on with I feel like this quote fun fact is a very tall tale. I don't know. I looked at several credible polls and sites about that, and the numbers that they gave were not the numbers that Beautiful Soul gave in her um in the post that she made on her channel earlier today. But the number, all of them pointed to the numbers being larger for black men than they were um in 2016. That in conjunction with Ice Cube and his level brand of fuckery. And that's the best way that I can put what Ice Cube. I just don't understand. And I guess if you look at the course of events over the last 4 years, you have seen black men go and try to garner favor with him and try to, befriend him or say, oh, well, let's just see, if he can help us. What? Remember Steve Harvey and his level brand of fuckery? You got Kanye but he's lost his whole fucking mind. Now you got Ice Cube. Then I'm just reading that Robert Johnson, former CEO of BET, billionaire Robert Johnson, said in his support of Trump that he will take the devil that he knows as opposed to the devil that he don't knows. What? I wonder also if this is affluent, if the majority of these black men are at a certain demographically are at a certain tax bracket and higher, or what their age range is. I really am curious to see the demographics because they just give you the numbers, but I didn't see any of them that broke it down into the demographics of them. Well, a lot of, and that goes back to the demographic, knowing, where they are, because, a lot of the affluent, I'm not going to say most, but I'm just going to say a lot of the affluent black men love to go and shove their black meat into women descended from the Caucasus Mountains. And y'all know I've already talked about the perils of that and how much I can't stand that. But that's a whole nother story. Lord. Well, yeah, we know Robert Johnson, but a lot of people who we saw it for and a lot of celebrities that we saw it for are showing that they're sellout, clothing as well. They're showing their best sellout outfits as well. Ice Cube. I wonder 30 years ago, the Ice Cube of 30 years ago is not the Ice Cube today. People often change and grow, and that change and that growth is not always for the better. Let's just be clear. That change, it's one thing when you poor and you struggling and you trying to make it, and the things that you care about are very different than when you struggling, you trying to make it, you kicking and scratching and clawing to make it and to get somewhere. And then when you finally get that place and you get to a point where you have now generational wealth, and now you can forget where you necessarily came from, or you can, detach yourself from the people that are still trying to make it, because you figure, well, I did well for myself and my family, and that's all I care about. The rest of you bastards need to make it on your own, forgetting the fact that somebody had to help you. That's a whole, don't get me started. Hey, Rochelle. Exactly, quintessential. You could be growing into a monster. A mess. Right, little baby, and it's little baby. You are so right. A lot of them say one thing on screen and on film and on camera because they don't want to lose their subscribers. But then what ends up happening is when that booth, when they go into the voting booth, they do a whole different thing. I would venture to tell you this leaked out. I would venture to tell you Ice Cube wanted no parts of this getting leaked out. no parts of this. And I'm sure his camp, his whole camp, his publicist team, and everything are livid about this getting out, because more and more is leaked all about, the government of Qatar, and the funding of his big three league, and promises of millions and millions of dollars. And once you get in that lane where you start to get used to having all of this amount of money, you start to do things that you probably would, like I said, when you was up and coming, scratching and clawing, just trying to get on your way on. It's very different from where you are when you are very established. You done made your money, you have generational wealth, and now you can go and do other things and say, forget about y'all little people. Mm-hmm. I'm just making sure I ain't missing none of my other serious stories. I'm not going to even go to the fact that black attorney general over in the great state of Kentucky is securing himself with guards and security team because he's getting death threats conveniently, because you have the means by which to do that, but Breonna Taylor didn't have that, so she got to be shot and killed, because you already know a lot of people don't know you by face, and a police officer could very well rain down on you and pull you over and shoot you dead because your ass is just as black as the rest of us. You already know. That's the scary part. For all that he's saying, I'm gonna give you a comment. Just 1 second, SJ. For all that black state attorney is saying, let's just be clear. If he got pulled over in his own state by a state trooper or police officer, they wouldn't know him from a can of paint. All they would know, hey, Ebby, is that he's a black man. And if he moved the wrong way, they will blow his ass off the earth. I'm just saying. Ice Cube is the same. He came up with the contract for black people and asked for both parties to take a look at it. And the only Republican Party said they would look at it. I don't know. I wonder. Let's talk about this, SJ. Can we go back to when Donald Trump first got in office and the entirety of the Black Caucus, the administration of the Black Caucus, I should say not the whole Congressional Black Caucus, but the officers of the Congressional Black Caucus went to that man and gave him an itemized list of concerns and things that for African Americans and black people are around and across this country, to which after that meeting, I guarantee you, he ceremoniously threw it on the trash heap and paid no attention to it and didn't give a damn. And these are people who we elected to go there and represent us, and they did the right thing, which is why I'm not here for trying to negotiate with him. He's a terrorist. He's holding our country hostage. He's a fucking terrorist. So I'm not here for other black people telling me that you're going to go negotiate with Donald Trump. I don't look to Ice Cube to go negotiate anything involving my livelihood. Now, if I want Ice Cube to give me rap advice, if I need rap advice, I might go to you, Ice Cube. But I'm not looking for you to make decisions. You were not elected to do that. And when the people that were elected to do that did that, they gave him a long, dozens of pages document itemizing itemizing issues and concerns and things that his administration could do to forward the cause of Black people and to help Black people along, because they were doing the right thing, because they were doing what they were elected to do, because they said, even though he's the president, we didn't really want him, but that's who's in power, and we are going to try to work with him. Even though we don't agree with his policies, we're still going to try and work with him. He wanted no parts of that. He made, and as a matter of fact, ceremoniously not long after that, he basically, when they tried to ask him, have you read it? He said no. And I have other things that I need to be concerned about. So all of this, oh, well, Ice Cube came up with a plan. This person that's not their job to come up with plans. They don't even have all of the information. They aren't even privy to all of the information that they need to be privy to come up with a plan. And those people who came up with plans or came up with something and they were written off. So he's not here. You really think he's going to go with the Ice Cube plan? Do you really not see that he's just using Ice Cube as a ploy to garner more Black votes? And going to ceremoniously not do anything, having anything to do with Ice Cube's plan? Are you kidding me? What are we talking about here? What we're not going to do, SJ, I'm not going to have you go back and forth with me on the Congressional Black Caucus. I'm not going to even let you put that in the stratosphere. I'll have my mods gather you. We're not going to do that. I have no problem with opposing viewpoints. I really don't. And I normally am not that guy that be like, oh, take care of that. But what I'm not going to do is let you just sit in here and make these blanket statements as if that's gospel truth and let that linger out in the air. You don't believe that. One of my mods will take care of you. I'm not worried. Let me look and see if I can see which mod took care of that for me. Oh, Abby. Yeah, Abby said, yeah, that'll be enough for you, sir. we're just not, and let me be clear. I am not someone who's going to sit here and say you have to agree with me, because I love opposing viewpoints. But what I'm not going to do is have you just put these statements out there talking about Congressional Black Caucus is a joke and a sellout group. No, we just can't do that. That's disrespectful and that is negligent. Let's just be clear. So we're not gonna go there. I had me a whole little really be tirade right there, but we have to go all political. Oh, shouts out to Big Sis Really B. But that was a mess. Hey, ugly by choice. How are you? So, oh man, my mom said, "Don't worry, we had it." See, Nappy Child is my head mod. She checks credentials. Abby is the security mod who will throw your Black ass out if you're doing the wrong thing. Abby is always ready. You don't even see her sometimes. She be right in the bushes and will snipe you. She got blow darts and all. Be like, you don't even see her coming. You just be walking, thinking you finna go take your seat. And she be done got you. All right. I appreciate you for showing me some love. Ugly by choice. Really be, I wish you were in here like 3-4 minutes ago. Well, I had to go all political on this man who talked about the whole Congressional Black Caucus being sellouts and a joke. a mess. I had to have a whole moment. But we ain't gonna make it like, I mean, first of all, let me just say this. Donald Trump is disrespectful for addressing any plan outside of the first original plan presented to him by the Congressional Black Caucus. Not even willing to look at it or address it. He gave you the photo op and tried to act like he was addressing it, and we know he wasn't. So for him to say, oh, I believe in this platinum plan or whatever the fuck this is that Ice Cube had. Hello, sir. Ice Cube is not, we don't look to Ice Cube to give us any political viewpoints. We don't look to Ice Cube. He is not an elected official. He is not here to represent anyone. He has not been hired or elected to represent anyone, much less a demographic of black people. We have elected officials for that. And when those elected officials came to you with strategies and plans and an outline of things that we needed addressed, sir, you wanted no parts of it. So get out of here. Now all of a sudden you want to hear what Ice Cube has to say because he's the, the speaker for all black people. Fuck you and fuck Ice-T. I said it. How about that? It's always a photo shoot for him. It's always a photo shoot for him. Always a mess, a whole mess. But it, like I said, the whole Robert Johnson thing, it makes sense for Robert Johnson to say that kind of stuff. Like y'all said, we know Robert Johnson to be a sellout for a whole lot of years. Hell, he sold all of BET. Not Ice-T, I'm sorry. Ice Cube. I apologize to Ice-T. I apologize to Ice-T. You continue to do your acting thing, Ice-T. I apologize. That was for Ice Cube. Y'all knew who I was talking about. We ain't even going down that road. So, another topic. Hold on. Let me make sure I covered all my bases. Did y'all see the little black dog Quay Quay? Did y'all see the little black dog? Look that up, Quay Quay. I think it's Quai, Quai. Serena Williams is supposed to be backing the little dog Quay Quay. Y'all know that's gonna be a big hit come Christmas time. Go ahead and get your little daughters and granddaughters and stuff, your little nieces, a little Quay Quay, or your little nephews if they into dolls, because we have no problems with boys who are into dolls either. I mean, Ty plays with dolls right now, so we love him. So, hey, Pink Sugar. I'm just saying. So, baby, I'm over here eating on these peanuts like they are the last peanuts I'm gonna ever eat in my life. Do you hear me? Hey, Fayette. Right, Abby. I'm so here for it. Like, I have nieces. I might buy a Quay Quay for my nieces for Christmas. Hey, Flora Bell. I ain't seen you in a little minute, my love. You need a strawberry pie from McDonald's. Go ahead and get you one. Hey, Fayette. Shondo, Tafaya, and Flora Bell, and Pink Sugar, everybody who coming through. So now that we've gotten the serious stuff out of the way, let's continue with thoughts in my head. And I don't know that I want this, but I think it's going to happen anyway. News. Oh, so that's Serena Williams' daughter. Oh, okay. Well, apparently they're coming out with a whole line of Quay. I'm here for it, really. Thank you for that information. I mean, I'm not familiar with the whole doll thing, but I leave all doll playing to Ty, and I go to him for all my information about playing with dolls. Anyway, okay. Remember on my video I did for LGBTQ History Month? Hey Bert, I did a shout out to James Earl Hardy. If you remember, go back. That video is one of the feature videos on my channel. And I talked about one of his first novels, B-Boy Blues, and how much that novel did for me when I was in high school and when I was a young teenager and I was finding out about myself and learning things and figuring it all out. But not allegedly, this has already been confirmed. There's supposed to be a film. It's supposed to be turned into a film. Now, I do know that there was a play based on the novel and all of its sequels. Like it's a whole set of, I think there's 4 or 5 of them, and I've read all of them. I know it's B-Boy Blues, Second Time Around. I can't remember what all of them are named, but I think one of them is for If Only for One Night. I know one of them is about Eazy-E, and it's titled The Day Eazy-E Died. It's a whole like 4 or 5 book series, but it started with B-Boy Blues. And it's an iconic novel, got a whole lot of awards, and so forth. So they're going to make it there was a play that came out about it, but now they're going to turn it into a full feature film, a movie. And allegedly Jussie Smollett is coined to be the director, and he's going to make his directorial debut. All right, Ebby. Now, I really wish, if I'm giving you thoughts in my head, I really wish we would have never found this out until after we sat in the movie, watched it, and at the closing credits, it said directed by Jussie Smollett, because a lot of people wouldn't have paid attention to it. And then we would have been able to enjoy the movie and not have any negative connotations, not be side-eyeing it. And it probably would get a lot more traction and be a lot more successful. But now, before it even starts, I don't even think they've started production yet. But before they even start production, you got to put this out there. So now you've tainted the whole movie. The novel, if you've never read the novel, it's a great novel. I really recommend you read it. It's a great novel. If you are gay and Black and you've never read it, you owe it to yourself to go and read it and find it. But if you're just into great Black writing, it's a good novel as well. But James Earl Hardy is so celebrated. James Earl Hardy is celebrated in the same vein of Elin Harris. So I think it's so disrespectful for them to just put this out there, knowing all of the bad publicity and the bad press that Jussie Smollett has. So it automatically taints the movie before it even gets a chance to even grow legs. They cut their legs from underneath. I don't know how this got out. But, and I'm not saying that Jussie won't do a phenomenal job. Hey, Yana, I'm not saying that Jussie might not do a phenomenal job. We were enjoying the convo too, SJ, but I wasn't going to let you put stuff out there that was just blatantly wrong and not true. I just couldn't let you do that. Well, you were only timed out. It didn't block you from watching me, and you heard me say I love differences of opinions. I also explained that I just couldn't let you let that linger out there, saying that the entirety of the Congressional Black Caucus is a joke and that they're all sellouts. That's disrespectful and untrue. And you know the old cliche and adage goes, opinions are like assholes. I don't dwell in the art or in the playground of assholes. I do it from time to time, but mainly I dwell in the art form of penises and not assholes. Every now and again I dwell in the asshole realm. So you give or take. You give me your asshole, and I give or take whether or not I'm going to deal with it or just throw you to the side. I understand that, SJ, and you're entitled to your opinion. I can't stop you from having your opinion, but I don't want you to put that out there and castigate the entirety of the Congressional Black Caucus. There's some great people on the Congressional Black Caucus. I challenge you right now, off the top of your head and without a Google search, to name all members of the Congressional Black Caucus and give me their resumes. And until you can do that, what are we talking about? Hey, Face, we walked in on somebody telling me that all members of the Congressional Black Caucuses are a joke and they're all sellouts, and I wasn't here for it. Anyway, my point is, innocent, guilty, or whatever, I don't think they should have put out there that Jussie Smollett is directing this film, and it's his directorial debut. A mess. A mess. A mess. Anyway, in more news, as we travel down the world of petty, we're going to music now. Petty is as petty does. And when I tell you, our Black queens of old, all of our Black queens of old, all of our singing Black queens of old are some of the pettiest whores on the face of the earth. And with that, I'm just going to play this audio of Shaka Khan. I'm going to play this audio of Shaka Khan, and she's being interviewed by Lunel, and we will address this after the audio. Hold on. Let me play the audio for y'all.
You worked with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Those are my babies.
What powerhouse?
Great
Come on, who haven't you worked with? My God.
A lot
who
of
haven't
people.
you worked with that you would like to work with? Male and female. Come on, let's go.
Nobody.
You like somebody, Shaka.
Not now.
What about somebody young?
Someone.
Like, what about Ariana Grande?
Okay, no, fuck her.
You like Ariana Grande?
She's all right. She's good on her
I'm
own.
gonna fall on this.
She don't
somebody
in fact,
catch me.
Plus, I don't want to sing with another woman. I ain't got nothing to say. Okay, with a woman. You stay by yourself. Say what you, and we ain't gonna talk about no man. We're not gonna do none of that stuff. It's not happening.
See, this is what an old boss bitch can do. You can say shit like that.
Yes, I can, and I can do it. I don't have to do it. This, I'm not gonna do no song with no heifer. So here's the deal. Thing is, if out there, I love Rashawn Patterson.
Oh yeah. Oh, he'll love it.
And one day we are gonna sing something together. One day
I'm gonna just pause it right there because we don't even need to hear no more. But the fact, I know that's y'all newly made honorary. Shaka Khan did just become an honorary member of Zeta Phi Beta, along with Vivica Fox over this like a week or two ago, a couple weeks ago. Baby, when she mentioned Ariana Grande and that woman rolled off her tongue just so immediately and like a reflex or instinct, fuck her. I said, oh girl. She said, Lunel said, how about Ariana Grande? Fuck her. Oh, I don't even think she could catch it. I think it just rolled off her tongue so quick before she could even reel it back in. Before she could reel it back in, it just had already been out there. I was like, oh. Shaka, baby. Shaka was big. Shaka was like, I ain't singing with none of them heifers. I'm not trying to sing with another woman. Girl, y'all can have all that. I ain't trying to play nice with you heifers. We ain't sing about no man. Girl, we ain't doing none of that. Because I ain't got it to do to be fighting with you, okay? Give me my bump. Give me a nice piece of man, and I'm not going to fight with you, okay? Baby Lunel said, what about Ariana Grande? Fuck her. Put a 27 in the chat. Wait, no, I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play it again for you, Lady V. Shouts out to you, Lady V, for making me play it back. So, put a 27 in the chat. If there are people who, if somebody told you, excuse me, at your job or in your profession to go work with them, a fuck you or fuck her or fuck him might not fall out of your mouth before you had a chance to reel it back in. Before she had a chance, I mean, it just was so effortless. It just so it like Lady V. If you didn't pay attention, you missed it because it just rolled off her tongue just so quickly. Wait, hold on, because Shaka Khan was here for it. Hold on, Shaka Khan was here for all of it. I was here for it. Shaka. All right.
You worked with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
Those are my babies.
What powerhouse? Come on, who haven't you worked with? My God.
A lot
who haven't you worked with that you would like to work with? Male and female. Come on, let's go.
Nobody.
You like somebody, Shaka.
Not now.
What about somebody young? Like, what about Ariana Grande?
Okay, no, fuck her.
You like Ariana Grande?
She's all right. She's good on her own.
I'm gonna fall on this. Somebody catch me.
Plus, I don't want to sing with another woman. I ain't got nothing to say. Okay, with a woman. You stay by yourself. Say what you, and we ain't gonna talk about no man. We're not gonna do none of that stuff. It's not happening.
See, this is what an old boss bitch can do. You can say shit like that.
Yes, I can, and I can do it. I don't have to do it. This, I'm not gonna do no song with no heifer. So here's the deal. Oh my God. Thing is, if out there, I love Rashawn Patterson.
Oh yeah,
I can pause it right there because she gonna go into all. But baby, that's enough right there. Child. When that one Twitch said, "What about Ariana Grande?" Fuck her, girl. See, when you got years, when you got decades in the game, okay, hey Crispies, when you have decades in the game, when you have a resume, when you have a catalog, when you don't put in your dues, paid your time, a bitch can't say nothing to you, and you know they be like, oh, you want to work with so and so, fuck her. Child, that's how I be. Listen, I've done that with, because you know I got years now as a teacher, so I remember being at a school site and later in my career, and I remember they'll be like, oh, well, why don't you go work with so and so and help them? Fuck them. And I'll be like, Shaka, girl, I forgot. Oh, my bad. Cause you be like, girl, I ain't got the type of time work with them, girl. I'm too old. They better go figure it out for themselves. Like I had to go figure it out. Hey, Tamara Henry, I'm so glad you're here for your first time. Y'all put some Shondos in the chat for Tamara Henry. Thank you. Well, I don't know if it's Tamara or Tamara. But either way, y'all put some Shondos in the chat for her. This is her first live. She's getting her cherry popped. Oh dear God. Brace yourself. Brace yourself, Tamara, because we do it brutal, raw, and uncut over here. I mean, Nita, it rolled right off her tongue. Like you could tell I don't even think she realized she had to say it after she said it. And she was like, oh, well, when you get to a certain age, it'd be like, it's already out there now, fuck it, oh well. Because she was like, well, what about Ariana Grande? Fuck her. I'm like, oh, girl. But when you're Shaka Khan, you can do things like that. You can tell a bitch, fuck you. I'm re-upping. I'm refreshing my drink, y'all. Talk amongst yourselves while I refresh my drink. Fuck up. You know who I could see saying something like that or doing something like that to somebody that's on a show who I'm sure has a whole grocery list of fuck her people. I can see Karen from Real Housewives of Potomac saying that about a lot of people. They'd be like, oh, well, why don't you go to such and such with so-and-so? Fuck her. Karen is of a particular age like Shaka. Them girls are old. She was like, we ain't working with her. She's like, we ain't doing that. So anyway, I was like, Shaka, baby. Shaka said, fuck her. Working with her, girl, work with her, girl, boom. I can see all of the girls say, all of them done said that before. Hate Retha. Now y'all know Hate Retha is legendary for her shade and her pettiness. Baby, Hate Retha. I'm sure they brought up a couple of names of Hate Retha. They might have said it to her. Oh, Riri, you want to work with Ariana Grande? Fuck her. Girl, it just rolled off the tongue. Girl, Patty done said fuck her to a couple people too. You already know Mother Patty done said fuck her to a lot of people. Child. Girl, why don't you work with so-and-so? Fuck her. We have all had a fuck her moment, girl. Like, I ain't working with no heifers over here sing about no man. Girl, I ain't fight with you over no man. Sing with no heifers. Girl. Now, this going to come out real shady. I'm just telling y'all now, before I say this, hey, this is inside my head. So you get the inside thoughts on inside my head. Girl, when them girls came, when her publicists and her people came to hate Retha, and told her, well, Riri, they having a funeral for Whitney next Saturday. Fuck her. I'm sure that rolled off her tongue like that. Because Hate Retha, who claimed to be cousins with, or the godmother of Whitney, didn't even show up to that woman's funeral. And she real shady like that. Baby, they probably told Hate Retha, well, Whitney's funeral is on Saturday. Fuck her. Wait, no, we're not fucking her. Child. That's exactly how that conversation went. I'm telling y'all how the conversation went. Now, we know Riri will tell you she was infamous for not catching planes. She only rode in on a bus. But she could have made it to that to New Jersey in enough time, from Detroit in enough time to go to that woman's funeral. She could have been at the Good Fume. Then she ceremoniously gave us a 13-hour fume marathon. Girl, boom. Let Whitney, let it have been on the other shoe, and Whitney not came to Hate Retha's funeral and sang. Girl, boom. I'm telling you how it went. They said, well, Riri, you know, the funeral is on Saturday. Are we fuck her? Wait, no, we're not fucking her. Child, I'm just telling y'all how it went. I found that audio. It's a video. I just played the audio because I didn't want to show the video. But that's the audio for it. With Shaka. And her face gave out everything you thought it gave when she said to fuck her. Her face did it all. Cause child, you know them older folk don't care what fall out. They don't be caring what fall out their mouth or who feels any kind of way about it. Baby, when you get I can't wait till I get this. If I'm already said what I say now, baby, I already know when I get to that age, baby, I'm gonna say some shit and motherfuckers gonna be mad as hell. I'll be like, fuck her. I'll be just like Shaka. You can listen, if you done been on earth that long and you done dealt with all of the bullshit, especially as a black person. You're a black person. You done dealt with some of the shit that they had to deal with. Girl, a bitch say something, fuck her. I say that shit now. Like, I'm really B can tell you. Ty can tell you. People who talk to me, they might bring up something or bring up somebody, fuck her. And I don't give a shit. And we just say it so effortlessly. So I was feeling Shaka. I channeled my own Shaka card. From time to time. I always said my mouth was going to be Sophia and Dorothy mixed when I get a okay. Quintessential say she already of the age to not give a hot damn. I know that's right. Child. You ain't got a child. A good grandma will cut you to the flow, honey. Read, write, and erase you, honey. Right. They will rewrite and erase you and then pray you back to life. Okay. Girl. I found that so funny, though. Hate Retha. Listen, Hate Retha. Child, Hate Retha said, listen, I don't have it to do with these women. I'm not single with them. Don't ask me. Fuck her. I'm just saying. So, I do want to address that y'all girl, and I'm going to maintain y'all girl. Y'all girl. Okay? Y'all's girl, Cardi, is getting back with Offset. And she said that I didn't. One of the main reasons she's getting back with him, she claimed he's her best friend. I don't believe no parts of that, but that's a whole nother story. But she made sure to let y'all know she missed the dick. Child, you know, Hate Retha had whole wardrobe changes. Baby, Hate Retha had one outfit at the viewing, one outfit at the private funeral and memorial, one outfit at the public funeral and memorial. Did she change outfits during the public funeral and memorial? Child, Hate Retha was here for it. Hate Retha said, girl, listen, I'm going to tell y'all what happened. Remember, before Hate Retha died, George H. Walker Bush died and had what we all thought was a marathon-ass funeral. And we was like, girl, ain't nobody going to have a longer I remember saying that to my best friend. Girl, ain't nobody going to have no funeral longer than this. That shit was way too long. Baby, Hate Retha died and went to the pearly gates and said to her, George H.W. Bush, oh, you thought you had a long funeral and nobody can't do better than that? Bitch, hold my beer. Hold my beer, bitch. And said, bitch, watch this. And Hate Retha showed y'all what a marathon funeral is. She showed y'all what a funeral is supposed to be. I was here for it only for about a good 2 hours of it, because after that I couldn't do no more. But I was here for them 2 hours now, them good 2 hours. Then after that, I just watched the highlights. I mean, at least she ain't have nobody with their period on singing on the pulpit with their period running, streaming down their leg at her funeral. Child. I mean, she did have people with hot pants. I mean, Shaka, you over there talking about fuck her, but you had words printed out on the back of your fan at that damn fume. Shaka, don't try to act all holier than thou. We all remember. You had the words printed on the back of that fan that you had on that pulpit, on that stage at that good fume. Baby. Shaka, we remember. Y'all know about Christina Aguilera at Whitney's fume leaking red dripping down her legs at the funeral while she was singing Dear God. I don't even know why they let Christina Aguilera sing. I didn't even understand the connection of Christina Aguilera singing at a Whitney Houston funeral. I didn't understand that. Like, it wasn't like they had worked together, or I didn't understand that, but whatever. It wasn't like they was best friends. Now, I understood BB and CeCe, because BB and CeCe and Whitney sang background for BB and CeCe on a lot of their albums, and vice versa. And they did, they did Hold Up the Light together and stuff like that. And they loved each other. They traveled with each other. They were great friends, even to death. And so I understood that. But Xtina, I didn't even understand why she was there. Child, you can go do a Google search for Xtina or Christina Aguilera at Whitney Houston's funeral. And you'll see, they'll show you the blood dripping down her leg. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Fuck her. Girl, if there was any fuck her moment, that was a fuck her moment. Like, girl, fuck her. Fuck her. A mess. A damn mess. A mess. You know, Xtina like to wear them short shorts and stuff. I mean, them short skirts and stuff like that. Let me see if I can't find. See, now y'all gonna make me help y'all out. God. Now I got to show y'all this picture. Aguilera at Whitney Houston funeral. I'm gonna put that first. If that don't give me what I need, I'm gonna put dripping. Oh, here it is right here. I found it. Honey. You listen. I'm here for y'all. I am here for y'all. I am here for y'all. What just happened? Dear God. Oh, dear God. What just happened? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. All right. Here we go. Gotcha. I thought that was at Whitney's funeral. That wasn't at Whitney's funeral? No, this is at Whitney's funeral. No, that wasn't at no Etta James. That was at Whitney. No, I vividly remember that. That was at Whitney. Now, I've been known to be wrong. I ain't never said I was right about everything, but I remember it being at Whitney's funeral. There y'all go. Get some of that. Can we stick in the tampon? Can we do that? Can we stick? I mean, is that too much to ask in this last and evil day? Is that too much to ask in this last and evil day? A mess. A damn mess. What's wrong with that? No, what's right with that is the question, Shawana. I don't want you dripping. Bitch, I need you to take care of that. Then this hookup. No, that was it. No, what happened was the hooker tried to say, oh, that was just makeup I had down there. Bitch, ain't nobody put makeup all the way up there. You got on the... So, well, but and Jessica, now you got answers. But and Jessica, now if you want to explain to us what that is dripping down her leg from her crotch, I'd love to hear this explanation. She claimed it was makeup. Girl, you wearing makeup all the way up there and you got on the fuck. You wear dark makeup like that? Make it make sense. She just leaking from out there. What's leaking out her cooch? What is leaking out her cooch? What? Right, that ain't no self-tanner way up in your inner thighs and crotch area. Honey. I'm telling you, that was at... Wait, hold on. That was Whitney Houston's fume. Now you're going to make me Google search. I don't know who it doesn't matter. I don't care if it was at the fume. I don't care if it was wherever the hell it was. I'm telling you, it was at the fume. But wherever it was, why are you leaking? She's leaking. She's soaking wet. She's leaking. Shout out to the Yin Yang twins, shaker like a salt shaker. I apologize in advance to anybody who was eating or drinking at that time that I put that up there. I apologize for that. Disgusting. Just nasty. Oh, you're triggered now? Really be you triggered? You're triggered? Lord. Really be says she's triggered. Why is someone leaking triggering you, really be? Let me ask that. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Just a damn mess. Somebody, can I get my fact checkers in the room? Did Christina Aguilera sing at Whitney Houston's funeral? I thought I remembered that woman singing at the funeral. Wherever it was, it's just nasty. You should never be leaking like that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Right, Shawana, you're never going to listen to Shake It Like a Salt Shaker the same way from now on. Really, be you say she did not sing at Whitney Houston's funeral. She sang at Etta James's, like Lil Baby said. I don't know. Y'all fact check me all the time. I swore it was Whitney Houston's. She outside of her bathroom. She's girl. Why is this? Why is it running down your leg, girl? Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Women have issues, but I don't want you to have those issues, Fifi, on stage singing. Listen, I am not a woman. I do not have fallopian tubes. I've never had a menstrual cycle. So it might be things that I don't know and that maybe I can account for. And I will give that to you all. Women, y'all are some of the strongest beings on the face of the planet. However, I would like to think that most of the women here in my chat will probably take care of that before. I just would like to think. I could be wrong. I would like to think that most of the women in my chat will be able to handle that before they went on stage and somebody filmed to sing. You leaking. Child, I mean, if you need the extra leak coverage, the ultra soakage or whatever they call it, I don't know. If you need always with wings or whatever you need, I don't know. I'm not, I don't know. Extra super absorption, whatever you need, Christina. This ain't your first rodeo with having a period, okay? It's not your first rodeo with your menstrual cycle. And knowing that you about to go your ass on stage in front of how many millions of people, you should have took that to get took care of that. Shawanda, you say super plus? Ow! Some women don't know they messed their pants until someone you know what? If you are grown now as a teacher who has taught middle school, I can tell you that happens a lot in middle school with middle school girls. And it's off-putting, it's embarrassing for them, and da 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 da. And it's just a growing process I know for little girls in middle school, that's something that they have to, get used to, getting to know their body and so forth. And then when I taught high school, baby, by the time those girls got to high school, they already knew how their body worked. Baby, this is Christina Aguilera in her 30s, good and in her 30s, okay? If you don't know how the factory works downstairs by then, you know what? You're right, Fifi. I'm sorry. I don't have a cooch. I do not get a menstrual cycle. So you might be right. But I'm going to let the rest of my women in the chat, y'all can have that argument. But I would like to think that once you get to be a certain age, you kind of know how the factory works downstairs. And you can work that out before you get on camera in front of millions of people and be leaking. Dear God. I could be being very insensitive. I apologize. All of my women, y'all know I love y'all. I love all of my female subscribers. I love all my women. Hello?
So let me just give you a little woman one-on-one.
Okay.
That's not how that works. That's not how any of that works.
Do I need to put you on speakerphone so you can chastise me? Okay, this is really big.
You don't have a cooch, so you don't know. I'm not chastising.
No, I did say I don't have a cooch, and I said I could be very wrong.
You so that I can tell you. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I'm listening.
What I'm saying is that there are different reasons why different things can happen. I don't know Christina Aguilera or her body. I'm just speaking as a woman who had issues. If you're on your menstrual cycle, sometimes if you cough good, you can have an accident. Because the muscles involuntarily push stuff out. So her singing and the way Christina Aguilera sings, she might have been just pushing some shit out, and it just did what it does.
Oh God, this is so graphic.
So I'm being dead serious. The women in the chat can tell you can cough hard, you can laugh hard if you're on your, especially like I know I had, and that's why I ended up having to have surgery and had to have a hysterectomy because I had issues, and every month I had to keep like a change of clothes and all kinds of stuff because I never knew. I had to leave. I've had to leave work before, and I was a grown ass woman. I'm just giving it to you like I know.
And that is why you are big sis, and that is why one of my first things was I don't have fallopian tubes, I don't have a uterus, I've never had a menstrual cycle.
You know if I was fussing, I'd be like, Daddy.
I don't know. And like I said, it could have. I don't know. And like you said, y'all got to school me, ladies. I don't know. I cannot speak to that.
You, it's just, now there's some women that are regular, like clockwork, their body work, their menstrual cycle ain't heavy. They do what they do. They go swimming when they on their menstrual. They do all kinds of stuff. Then there's women like me. I would lose so much blood every month. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. And, the way Christina Aguilera be singing and the way, she be pushing on that abdomen and them notes, man, I don't know. She might have had a whole lot of stuff going on. I don't know, man. I don't even know.
But let me say this. When I say knowing how the factory works, you knew that about yourself and about your body to know, you know what I'm saying, that I would venture to guess, accidents do happen, but I would venture to guess, you see how Christina Aguilera already had on black? You see what I'm saying? Right. And she knew she was on her period. Maybe she should have said, I'm going to wear a pantsuit.
Or maybe she should have gone to the bathroom to check everything out before she started singing.
Right, because you go on national.
I get it, but I'm just, somebody in the chat said, have I ever had accidents like that? Yes, that's what I'm saying. I've had to leave work before. Yes, I have. I have had accidents where, yes. Yes.
And so my point was Christina Aguilera had maybe the song is 4 or 5 minutes. Even if everything is going haywire, let me try and keep it together for these 4 or 5 minutes. If that means I got to go in here and stuff some extra whatever coating or protection for myself, or if I'm going to say I'm going to wear pants at this a black pantsuit, because I guarantee you, if she wore a black pantsuit, we would not be having this conversation.
So let me say this, and I love everybody in the chat. Y'all know I love y'all down, but clearly some of the women who are saying that y'all ain't had them kind of problems. Y'all don't have them kind of menstrual cycles. Because they're saying, well, there's things for that. Listen, and this might be TMI, El Teddy, close your ears. I would wear a tampon and a pad and would still have accidents. I would change every 15, 20 minutes sometimes. There were times when I couldn't go to work because I was flowing so heavy, it had to change so often. I need y'all to understand that there are some women that it just ain't that simple. It just isn't that simple to the point where I had to have surgery. You understand what I'm saying? And this has been my whole life. Like, I've had problems with my menstrual cycle since I was in my teens. So this was something I dealt with my whole life.
Can I take my headphones off my ears?
Well, I'm sorry. I told you to prepare yourself.
I put them on. Is it time to take them off yet?
Yeah, you can take them off.
Okay. Good.
So all I'm saying is, I don't know Christina Aguilera and I don't know her situation. All I'm saying is it's not black and white. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just not black and white. So for some women it is, and I used to wish I was one of those women, but that wasn't my story.
But I'm gonna say like this to you, Really be. I'm gonna say this though, in talking about not you, but about Christina. Xtina is known for wearing the shortest of shorts, and I'm sure this is the first time that she's performed on her cycle. You understand what I'm saying? And so my point is, you are someone who said I've had that problem going all the way back to teach. So you already knew. You understand? I would venture to tell you, if you had to go do something like what she had to do and you were on your cycle, you wouldn't be wearing a short skirt like that. That's first. Let's just be honest. Second of all,
it's Christina Aguilera.
You know what I'm saying? She's worn these type of clothing all the time and never had those stories.
But the length of your skirt has nothing to do with it. Like that.
But you're more apt to be showing leakage if you wearing a short skirt than you are if you wearing long pants.
Having an accident. I mean, she's what? You know what? Just forget it. It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Forget it.
No. I'm just playing devil's advocate. But you're right. No, I don't want to. I'm not trying to belittle anything because like I said in the beginning, I cannot speak to the female body. I don't even have sex with that man.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is again telling y'all too much of my business. But I had my hysterectomy. I had a partial hysterectomy probably, it's been like 5 years now, maybe 4 or 5 years now. And all of my purses, you know, I'm a purse person. You know, I probably got more purses than I care to admit that I own.
Oh.
Every purse, I had a kit. In every purse, I had a kit. And it was the, you know, washcloth, soap, you know, change of underwear, pads, all that stuff that was just in case, because I just never, ever knew. And I'm still like going through old purses that I haven't used in a long time. I'm like, oh, here go my kit. Because I had one in every purse. Because I never knew. And so you can prepare all you want. You know what I'm saying? And that's the other thing, too. Yeah, exactly. Shawana said she might not have ever known. That's the other thing. She might have come on her cycle while she was sitting there and didn't even know she was on her cycle. She may not have even known.
Well, I ain't gonna even ask no question because this is not my fight or my conversation. Because I'm gonna be like, doesn't the cycle kind of happen around this? Because that was a conversation I would literally bring the health teacher or the female counselor from when I taught middle school into my classroom. It was never the first week of school. It was always the second week of school. So she could have that conversation with the girls. And I would go and have a conversation with the boys. But one year I stayed in there to hear the conversation with the girls. And I had the PE teacher, the male PE teacher, had a conversation with the boys. But my point is, one of the things that she would say to the girls is, you need to mark it on your calendar every month. Count it out. And she taught them how to count. But no. I understand that. And what she would tell them.
For some people it is. For some people it's like clockwork.
What she would tell them is this. She would tell them, what I do is I start as early as 4 or 5 days before, just in case. I already have. She would tell her. She say, just come 4 or 5 days before you know it. Just have a little pad. If it comes, then you already ready. If it don't, then you just throw it in the garbage.
Let me tell you something. Every woman in this chat will tell you. Every woman who is still having a menstrual cycle will tell you right now. They have them in their purse. It don't matter. They just got them in their purse. You just never know. You see, you. That's the conversation in the ladies' room. You see a woman come out the bathroom looking a little funny, looking embarrassed, and you see like, excuse me, do you have a pad? Excuse me, do you have a tampon? Because you never know. Sometimes you go to the bathroom thinking you gotta pee, and it's a whole nother situation going on. Like put a one in the chat.
E. Starkey say it comes when it wants to, just like the Lord. How did we drift into conversations about menstruation when everybody knows that I want no parts of female reproductive organs? Nothing. I don't want no parts of it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to interact with it. But we having a whole health class for all. Don't say, women, that I am not here for y'all, my wonderful female subscribers. Okay,
I'm sorry,
because we are having a whole breakdown of things that I will never have to or want to ever have to deal with. Okay, let the record show. And I got on red today. Dear God. God.
Oh, Lord. Okay, bye.
Help me, Jesus.
You start telling me I got to take over spirit. Bye.
Bye. Y'all see what I got to deal with? Do y'all see what I have to deal with? I'm still going to say, I don't know, Christina. Some just doesn't see. If that was, I feel like this would be a prevalent issue with her. If, that was her case, because she's been performing since she was in her teens. Seeing as how we had not heard or seen this from her up to that point, I would venture to guess she just got sloppy. She got sloppy. Just saying. You know what? It still was nasty. Right, Nappy Child. It still was nasty. It was nasty. You know what? Now we going to what? Oh God. whole socks, dear Lord. How did we get here? How did we get here? I don't know. I don't understand. I can and never will understand any parts of this. I don't know how I got here. All of the men that were in the chat are probably gone and are ceremoniously in the fetal position in bed cringing. Okay. All of the menses in my chat are now ceremoniously in their bed in the fetal position, cringing at the sheer thought of all of this. Dear Lord God. Ugh. But I love y'all. Y'all know I'm here for it. Oh, dear God. Let me drink my drink. I didn't do anything. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Anyway, now that I think of it, she may have been in a makeup chair until the last minute did have time for the bathroom before stage. I don't buy it, Lady V. I don't know. Oh, now we're talking about socks. Oh boy. Okay, Fifi. I'm gonna let you come on, Fifi. Because you my girl, Fifi. I'm gonna let you come on. Fifi finna come on and draw. Oh God, Fifi. See, then y'all gonna make me talk about nuts and testicles and foreskin and all of that stuff. Lord. I did bring it up. It's all my fault, Tamara. It's all my fault. Dear God. But I didn't think that we were going to go down the realm of talking about socks and coughing or sneezing too hard. And now we have a whole Yin Yang Twins song. Dear God. Hey, Fifi, girl. Girl, Fifi, you are never caught off guard. When I tell you, you are always ready. Hashtag stay ready.
Hey, you stay ready. You ain't got to get ready.
Hold
but
on.
it's your fault we having this conversation.
Hold on 1 second. Yes? Get off my phone. Goodbye. That's really be calling me again. God help her. Yes, ma'am.
See, you were being insensitive. That's how we got here.
I'm being insensitive. I don't know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I will say, y'all know I don't do a whole lot of apologize.
I will
apologize to anybody who felt any way about me being insensitive to Christina Aguilera.
Because she might have started singing and she did something and it might have just started right then and there and then she was already there. Boy.
Now, I will say this. She was drugged by women. She was drugged. It wasn't the men that was dragging her about that. At that time, it was the women that were dragging her for all she was worth. The men kind of stayed out of it and said, I don't even think we even realized it and recognized it.
I had never heard about it till you just said something about it. But I had a cousin, she used to have to use pads, tampons between her house and the car, and she would have an accident, but then she ended up having some type of surgery to freeze everything. But then that didn't work. Then she had to have a hysterectomy. See, I'm a woman of a particular age, so I went through menopause. But toward the end, I used to think I had to call 911. So, yeah.
Not that it's like a whole... Listen, I had a coworker who used to say her husband used to have this fetish about having sex with her while she was on her cycle. But then the bathtub would look like a whole murder scene because she would like bleed so much. She like it looked like a whole fucking murder scene. Right?
That's nasty. It is men like that, but that is so nasty. I wouldn't be able to do it. But yeah, it happens. You don't know. You can sit there. You can be sitting at your desk at work and be like, I know. Let me go to the restroom right quick. then something be to happen. So you just never
Well,
know. It
you
seemed like
know,
you would know, but it shit happens.
well, let me
That's part
say
of being a
this.
woman.
Since we're talking about the female side, let me bring you the male side. Women, since I have all of your attention now, God. And I thank you so much for coming on and talking to me about this, Fifi.
Yes.
If you do not give your man what he needs in terms of releasing himself, he might wake up in the morning with a whole situation in bed with you. You will wake up to a sticky situation, and he ain't even know he been asleep all day, and you wake up and you got cum all over the bed because you don't let that man go too long without letting him release himself or get you some. No, I ain't talking about the penis being hard. That's a daily occurrence. Morning wood is a daily occurrence. I'm talking about you waking up too. The bed is filled with cum, semen, ejaculate, and he don't have no control over it. And he go right back to the age. If you have little boys who might be at the age where they first start to, black people, we call it dog water at first. You know how they call it? They say you had dog water at first. It's stuff coming out, but it ain't really producing nothing. It can't produce something. Let me tell you.
No,
What
my
really,
kid's grown.
huh?
My kid's grown.
Oh yeah, what I'm talking to, even the other women, but even grown men.
See, that's
If
my thing. Grown men still having wet dreams.
no, if a grown man, that's why men jack off. If a
Oh,
grown man goes without coming or jacking off or whatever for amount of time, your body gonna say you fucking off. It's coming out because
oh
the
Lord.
seminal vesicles produce sperm every 22 hours. Every 22 hours in a man's testicles,
Mm,
give or take for the man, around every 22 hours he produces more semen and more semen. And
mm.
so if it builds up and builds up, what will happen is and you don't release it, your body gonna say, hey, this gotta come out of here. So you will be in the middle of sleep, and he will have a wet dream, and you wake up and wondering why the bed, and you thinking he done peed, and you
See,
feel it, and
now
it
see, I
ain't
didn't
wet.
know
It's
that.
sticky. Yes.
I didn't
That's
know
why
that.
sometimes men will go to work and jack off at work and be like, nah, let me go ahead and get this out of here.
Oh wow. I ain't know
Yes.
it got just that bad.
You literally, I gave y'all a bit of science. Every 22 hours, give or take, depending on the man, the testicles, all the way until old. We talk about old men. We ain't talk about just young. We talk about even into old age. The testicles produce, vacuoles of sperm every 22 hours. And so if a man goes too long or too many days, I forgot the average number of days, but there is an average number of days if a man goes without releasing himself, your body gonna say, okay, you playing with me? Get some.
So that's why they cheat so much. They have no self control. It's a nature thing.
Yeah, well, there's a whole science behind. Listen, and you gonna find this funny. There have been whole court cases won in rape court cases about the physiology of the male anatomy and what the male body goes through because of sex or because of that whole process. Once you get to a certain point, you get to a point of no return. So while you may be like, okay, no, no means no, and yes means no, he gonna have to go to this good bathroom and take care of whatever needs to be taken care of, or it's going to become a problem physiologically. That's just how it works.
That was too much.
It's not different, Tamara. It's not different with the man with low, because somewhere in their early to mid 30s, there's this whole thing where they say their nuts drop, but there is a physiological process where the testicles do lower themselves somewhere in the 30s. It's usually the early to mid 30s where and when men have conversations with themselves, they'll talk about, yeah, they'll tell a young boy, they'll be like, boy, your nuts ain't even dropped yet. You know what I'm saying? That's just a conversation that, men will have with each other, but that is a physiological process that happens. That's why you look at old men and they nuts look like it's hanging down to their doggone
Stop.
knees.
To their knees.
Girl, just kind of like, women after a certain amount of time, your breast goes to be like, listen, I done stayed
Yeah,
up here
because these some
40 years.
50-year-old breasts. Unless I put on
You
a
know, your,
bombshell, bro, they
your
gonna be
people
hanging.
probably say to you, listen, whore, I done stayed up for 30, 40 years. I done did enough. I'm tired. So that's just physical. That's gravity.
Okay, but that's
yeah,
all I want to come up here and say.
oh, I appreciate you. You don't gotta go away. You ain't gotta run off. You add beauty to the screen because some of us normal people don't look as well as the fifis of the world.
So silly.
I'm just saying. But there are a large number of women who have no idea about the male anatomy like that. There are a large number of men who don't
I
know
didn't know this.
their own anatomy like that. And so that's why sometimes men, you see, I know my aunt used to try to do this with my uncle, where she would be like, oh, he make her mad, so she gonna be like, oh, you ain't getting sex for a month. Hey, boo, you in danger. Because even if he may not want to, or he may not, say, I don't want to cheat on my wife, the body is gonna say, hey, boo, the body's gonna do this. Knock, 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 knock. Hey, boo, I got stuff in here that needs to get out. You're playing. You don't want to get it out. It's coming out whether or not you want it to. Okay. You see one of my head moderator already put your channel in the chat because the head mod don't play around. She done already put your chat. Y'all go follow Fifi. Wait,
order some candles too.
Promo. Buy some candles, yes, because she sells candles. I need to order me some candles. Do you have like candles for us menses?
Yeah, I got them in the size of penises and boobages. I got really big. I don't know if I sent really big song. I know I sent every song. You want me to show you one?
Yes, we here for all of it. Hey, Joshua.
You want me to show you one?
Yes.
Okay.
We here for all of it.
I'll be right back.
We gonna sell some candles today, y'all. Y'all patronize Fifi and her candles, daddy. I'm 75 years old. I know everything about the female and male body. Come through, Granny Toshiba. I done it all in my day. Granny Toshiba, I'm like you. I don't want to get old and be done said, oh, I ain't did that. I wanted to. Okay.
These are wax melts.
Oh, so that's the ones where you put it in the little dish, and then you put the little thing.
And then scent it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let me see what else I got here.
Now, what does it smell like?
Different smells. It's a variety. Each one smells different.
Like I know for me, I'm more inclined. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a JJ.
That's the JJ.
Oh dear God, that's
this,
not my.
This little pen look like it got something on it.
Oh.
So you got a little white.
Now, so what is your website so my mods can put it in the chat for the people?
It's fifiscandles.com.
That's FEFESCANDLES.com. And you can order some candles. And I'm gonna look. I prefer like citrusy kind of smells. Those kind of work with my body. Citrusy, fruity kind of smells. I don't like the real hard, brute masculine, but I like a good citrus smell. I'm a proud old hoe, baby. I'm the type of woman your mammy ain't warned you about. You know what?
Oh Lord.
Granny Toshiba, when I get your
but
age,
I got regular melts also.
You did what?
I got regular melts also, but that's if you grown. I got some grown melts. I
Oh,
got
what
regular meals and
grown,
then
grown
now
man. Listen, do
these
you
are
not
grown
see?
grown ones.
No, no, no. Across the bottom, it says the House of Debauchery. We are grown, grown over here. Okay, we ain't
Yeah.
play with this. Ain't the nice house. This is we get it down over here. Um. So when you say grown, grown, do you have the kind of smells that smells like
No,
mustard?
those are like birthday cake, black
Oh,
raspberry, vanilla,
so stuff
fruit
that
scent
can we order that through the
website.
mhm.
Hmm.
Okay, because I got a friend that's having a birthday coming up, and I might send him a birthday penis.
So you like if you want all peas in the jar, just let me know.
Like
So I won't
my
put no
youngest
JJ's and
child,
nothing else in there.
my youngest gay child is turning 31 on the 22nd, and I gotta send him a gift. I already have a gift that I'm gonna send him, but I might go on the website and send him a peen cake. Now I want it to be black. I don't want no people descended from the
Well, I
Caucasus.
can make it brown,
Yeah, because we don't do
dark
white
brown.
people. Yeah, we don't do white people at all. He like
Well,
the
I can
dark.
make it dark. I can make it dark brown.
Hmm. I'm gonna go on there and order one for my baby. That's my youngest. He about to turn 31. I need to call him.
Oh, my oldest about to turn 30.
Granny Toshiba said, yes, grown, grown means you hop off that porch type of grown. Yes, yes, Granny, come through, bust through, Granny. You gonna fit right in over here with these people. We are whole ass whores over here, whole ass whores. But I'm glad that you came over here and schooled little old me about the
It's
cooch.
okay.
Even though I don't deal with cooch, I don't have a cooch. I don't want to.
You taught me something too.
See, we can teach each other. IMC Brown says, just like really be my fibroids have me having accidents all the time. And no matter how much you prepare, you don't know when your body is going to overflow. I'm one of my very close cousins. She had to have a hysterectomy after her first child. She only had one child. She wanted to have more, but um she had those kind of issues as well with fibroids and stuff like that. Would it would have her
Okay, I'm
just
finna drop off here, Teddy,
all right. Appreciate you.
because my
Thank you
man
so
just
much.
called me.
All right.
Bye, y'all.
Joshua, thank you so much, Fifi, for coming on. Joshua, I'm not gonna tell you. I first read everything except for the last word. So you said I love my 10 inch, and then I had to go back and read the dildo part. So I just imagined you having 10 inches, Joshua. Don't do that to us no more. You should have started off by saying, I got a dildo that's 10 inches that I love. Not saying I love my 10 inch dildo. Joshua. Joshua. I'm a grandma. I'm a great grandma. I'm baking cookies, cakes, pies, and I'm fine enough to take your man. I be pimping on a bitch. I don't give a fuck about a nigga if he was rich, new age granny vibe. Come through hashtag new aged granny vibes. I ain't mad. I ain't mad because when I get that age, listen, I'ma still be busting it down and getting bust down. Judge your mama, don't judge me, honey. Y'all know I did not assume that y'all would be schooling me today. The video is messing up. Is it messing up for everybody? All right. I wanted to go back and come back in because I didn't want, is that better? That should be better. Um, hopefully that's better. But thank you to Fifi TV. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and y'all show her some love. Order some candles. I'm thinking about probably ordering a cake. 10-inch. I love my 12 inches uncut. Child. You know, I prefer all my men intact the way the good Lord made them. I don't like my men touched. I don't like my men or their meat touched by anybody except me. I like them the way that they were made by the good Lord. If God didn't want it to be made that way, he wouldn't have made it that way. But if the good Lord wanted my men to be born with foreskin, then I'm here. If it was ordained and sanctioned by God, I'm here for it. Nappy Child is dropping Fifi's website for y'all. Joshua, you just ain't found the right one. You gonna find the right one, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, this is what I was missing. Oh, I didn't know it could be like that." And then it's gonna change your mind, Joshua. Just trying to tell you, it's gonna change your mind. Just trying to tell you. Anyway, we about to get off because I know Really B is about to go live. I do not want to infringe. Y'all know she goes live around this time. So y'all get ready to get y'all final thoughts and comments out because I don't want to um I don't want to infringe on Big Sis live because I know this is, she goes live usually around 6:15 or 6:30. So I want to take up her time. But I just was holding y'all attention until such a time and giving y'all my thoughts from inside my head. How do you suck uncut peen? Do it feel the same? You know what? Y'all are so naive when it comes to the uncut peen. Hey, Carolyn Alexander, girl, I miss you, girl. I feel like I ain't seen you in a while either. I appreciate all y'all who came through today that I haven't seen in a little minute. Carolyn Alexander, hey, boo. Bust it open for a baller in my city girl voice, period, y'all. I knew the city girls. Y'all ain't know I knew the city girls. Not all of us grannies are old and tired. I'm different type of granny. I ain't mad at it. Listen, I'm not mad at it. There be some uncut peens that be giving most natural men bad names. I love the uncut ones. Oh my God. You know what? I have I will say if a motherfucker's dick is dirty when it's uncut, it was gonna be dirty when it was cut. Cause the bitch is dirty. How about that? It's just a dirty motherfucker. You're gonna be dirty, cut or uncut. Period. It ain't the dick, it's the man. Can you do a live teaching how to cream? I think I did it once, but don't know if it was the Vaseline or what. Death in the family, crazy. All get out. My condolences to you, Carolyn, for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss, and definitely you have our prayers and our condolences, Carolyn. Hopefully, we can make you laugh for a little bit and keep you entertained and get your mind off of it a little bit. But definitely, you're in our thoughts and prayers. And so forth. African uncut bean is delicious. Listen, it feels good, but I hate sucking it. Oh no, you gotta love sucking it. Joshua, just like I did a whole course on and with my whiteboards on how to look for peen prints during gray sweatpants season. See that shouts out to anybody who can find and post the link to that video from when we did the whole course on I don't even know what video that was, but last fall we did a course on a silly Saturday. We did a whole thing where we did a whole thing about how to look for a print in gray sweatpants at the beginning of gray sweatpants season. It was like a year ago. with the whiteboards and everything. Shouts out to that video. I might look for it and then post it at some point on the community wall, unless somebody finds it. Anyway, but yeah, definitely, Carolyn. You'll be in our prayers. If the peen ain't big, it don't deserve to get ate. Take notes. Like, you ain't lying, Granny. You are not lying. You are not lying. You can't teach someone how to cream. Creaming means you got it. You know what? Oh God. I might do a live about that. Me and Tom might talk about that because I was talking to some friends about that, and that's just, I noticed that's like this new phenomenon, at least in the gay world, about this creaming thing, because I've been having sex for a long time, and there wasn't this whole thing about, oh, he made me cream, or I'm creaming back in the day, and now all of a sudden there's this whole thing about cream. So I have my thoughts about it, whether or not it's the lube or what it is. Clearly, Joshua says it's an STD. That's a whole different ballgame. We might have that conversation one day. You're right. Hey, Boogie L. So, I mean, Joshua, you also got to understand, I'm from Miami. Miami has more people from out of the United States that live in Miami-Dade County than people from the United States that live in Miami-Dade County. And so when you start to talk about the Caribbean, South America, and so forth, you are dealing with a lot more uncut penises, and you just grow to know and love them and how to deal with them. And if a bitch is clean, they clean. And if a bitch is not clean, they not clean, cut or uncut. I made my husband cream so many times. Wait, what? Wait, oh dear God, Granny. Oh dear God. Well, I think for some people it's an STD, but I know it's anal. Wow, how did we get here? In the immortal words of Deborah Cox, nobody's supposed to be here. Can I get some shondos in the chat so we can end this? I would venture to tell you, Tamara, most Caribbean men are uncut. I'm from Liberty City, Granny. I grew up on 68 Terrace and 15th Avenue. What you know about Liberty City? My family grew up in the Scott Projects before the Scott Projects got towed down. What you know about Liberty City? Hey, Isme D, we about to get off, Isme D. You real late. We've been on here almost 2 hours. Liberty City in the bathroom. What in the building? What you know about Liberty City, Granny? I'm from Liberty City. Can I get Shondo's in the chat for everybody? Shondo's in the chat. Shoot, Miami Central High School grad right here. Even though my home school was Miami Northwestern, I was not going to Miami Northwestern. That trash. I knew better. I went to Central. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to get off. Shots out. Really be, if you still in the bushes, are you about to go live? Shouts out to you, Isme D. Y'all know Isme D is a product of the House of Debauchery. But y'all look out for Really B. She probably is going live sometime soon. Let me look and see if I got any notification. Let me call her. Since she been calling me this whole time, God.
Hello.
What time is your live, ma'am?
6:45. I pushed it back for you.
No. I'm about to get off. So that's why I was asking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 6:45.
6:45 people is the live. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Really B is going live at 6:45. So y'all go over there and show what I know about Liberty City. Listen, I might look young, Granny, but I've been in Liberty City a long time. I can remember McDuffie riots and Lozano riots. Okay. Now, if that gives you, I don't really remember. I was alive during the McDuffie riots, but I don't remember them because I was like an infant. But Lozano riots, I remember vividly. Like I was in school during the Lozano riots, so I remember those vividly. So, yes, don't do me, Granny. I ain't that young. Okay, I told you my family grew up in Scott Project, and Scott Project's been towed down. What year they tore down the Scott Project? All of my 305 people. Scott Projects got towed down in the 90s, I thought. In the late 90s. Because I went to college in the late 90s. And if I remember correctly, I think Scott Projects was towed down before 2000. Anyway, somebody will fact check me. Right, she's going live at 6. I'm glad you enjoyed your first live. Listen, Tamara, I come to Tampa a lot. I've been to Tampa many, many, many times. The 813, the what is it? 702. Wait, what's the 727? That's St. Pete. Tampa is 813. St. Pete is 727, I believe. I've been all up in that area. All up in that area. Granny, if I told you, you probably know my family because I got a big family. Like my grandmother had 16 children. So I got a huge family. My family is huge. So you probably know my family real. If you grew up in the Scots, you know my family. If you grew up in the Scots, you know my family. Yeah. How was college in the late 90s, early 2000s? Seems more fun than now. Listen, it was a blast, youngrichskinny.org. Listen, oh my God. Even though we didn't have as many, it wasn't as free for the gays back then, but we had a lot of fun still. We found a way to have a lot of fun. Which is what we did. Anyway, y'all, I'm not going to stay on because I want to give y'all a chance to go shit, shower, shave, and do everything y'all need to do before Really B goes live. So y'all can make sure y'all are there for her. I'm about to get up and go to the hibachi grill, the sushi and hibachi grill, and go treat myself to a nice dinner. For tonight, while I'm watching Really Be in the bushes, ready to snipe somebody who says the wrong thing while I'm in the bushes. They've been closed down since 99. Okay, see, clearly I know what I'm talking about. When I told you, I remember it closing down before 2000. I ain't listen. I know you know the old projects versus the new projects. Remember Miss Maddie's store over in the new projects? Miss Maddie? I ain't doing this with you, Joshua. I'm not doing this with you, Joshua. But if you hit me up in my DMs on Instagram, then maybe we can have a conversation, Joshua. Hit me up on my DMs and Instagram, Joshua. Maybe we can have that conversation. So, all right, y'all. I'm getting out. That's all I got for y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all put Shondos in the chat. That's all I got. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.